What's going on, guys? It's the universe talking to you, man. So, pretty much, this is my first video, and I've been thinking about for years just, making just random videos talking about life, sharing ideas. So, this is my first one, and one of the things I want to talk about is life. What's your take on life? I feel like, it's pretty mysterious, and that's what's so beautiful about it. When you were a kid, like you thought like the adults had it figured out. The adults, already figured out life, what it's all about. They set up rules and boundaries for you. Make sure you're not, doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. And, they had you follow this route. And once you grow up, you realize that actually nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Nobody. They're in the same boat as you are, just dealing with this mysterious life. And I think, I always say to people and to my friends, and be careful of people who say they have a definitive answer to what's going on, because they're in the same boat as you. They're in the same process of what we call this life. They're in the same boat as you. They take a shit just as you are. They have contemplation. There's just their own experience that come about and made them, like, mostly, like I said, for example, religion. So many people, most great people, they had great ideas as far as like what's this is all about, what happens after we die, and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, they just come and go. My best way of dealing with this is that you look at it as, you just breathe in the mystery. You take it in. You don't try to figure out. I feel like it's not supposed to be figured out. We're just supposed to be experienced. You're not supposed to be figuring out why birds sing, why the wind blows, why the gravity does what it does. It just, it just happens, and it just exists for what it is. And with same thing with life. It's not supposed to be. It was not meant to be figured out. It was just to be experienced, and that experience is important because you go into, what makes you happy. You follow that highest joy of yours, and this existence makes sense. If you do follow your highest joy, this, what makes you happy, what makes you love things that surround you, if you do follow that, then you're completely on that good route that you're experiencing life to the fullest, So that's my take on it. It's very, very important that to follow, and especially like Western society, man. I'm from, different country, and it's crazy that it's just so many things they do. Like the society is just centered around and built around this idea that we must control things, we must figure it out, we must do this. No, that's impossible. So the thing is that why it's so hard for people, like for example, for even death. Like, I know this sounds gloomy and depressive and sad, but when you think about it, I feel like that's the most liberating thing ever, because once you realize that the inevitability of death, you let go. You let go of trying to control things. You let go. You realize that your demise is soon to be happen at any moment. It could happen at any moment. So that gives you that sense of relief that, hey, what's important is now. What's important is this moment right here. This is where it's at, So I feel like, just letting go of things, letting go of controlling things, or letting go of your history, of your story, of your idea of who you think you are, and just being is where you find that euphoric bliss that, you just time and space matter doesn't mean anything because you're so involved within the now. Because again, I have to bash on Western society. You know, they make you think about the future and they make you think about the past. Never in the moment. You know, where you're gonna be 10 years from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. What are you trying to be? What are you trying to accomplish? This and that and that. You know, but the future has never happened yet. What is now. What's happening is whatever that is going on now. What's real is now. That is all fantasy. And what the past doesn't even mean anything. Because if you focus your energy and your resources all to like living in the now, it affects the future. So what the whole idea, this whole world, your idea, your existence should be centered around now, because it will eventually affect the future, you know. So I just want to throw that out there, man. Nice talking to you guys again. Sorry, it's my first video, so I'm like a little bit, you know, not used to like, you know, camera talking and things like that. I'm making sure, like, I'm on my break right now, so I'm making sure I'm like looking around. People don't think I'm crazy or anything like that. But so yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna be making this a daily thing. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna be my first vlog. And if you like it, do subscribe. You know, I'm definitely going to talk about a lot of things. I have ideas, man. I have ideas. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. But, you know, I never really got to doing it because I was just like, man, it's not for me. I don't want people to see me on YouTube like that. I don't want to show my face, you know. But, you know, it was just, I started becoming more compelling because I like talking. I like talking a lot, and if you can tell. But yeah, it's definitely something I want to do. And if you like, you can definitely subscribe, you know. And I also want to get your idea. What do you think the life is all about? You know, what do you think, what makes you, what makes your thing go, the you that is, what makes you go? So I'd definitely like to hear from you guys as well. Peace.